Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be building a gaming PC, but this isn't a PC for us to flip and sell. This is actually our main gaming PC. And for reference, some of you might not know, but I've basically been on the AM4 platform for a little while, and today we're going to be upgrading to the AM5 platform. Now I've been using this board already for the last week, but I've been using a shabby old case because it's all I had. But basically we've got the new case today. So we're going to be building our main gaming PC in this brand new case. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. I'll quickly break down what we're using, the price of all these parts, and then we'll be building our new PC. Alright guys, so starting off with the case. This case is the Sahara Gaming M.8 It's a micro ATX case. I bought this off Amazon for $69.99. Now, I've been looking for a good micro ATX fish tank style case for a while. I did see Ion's had a model called Le Flow, and it looked really nice. It was a fish tank style case, but it had this curve here, and there wasn't any barrier here. It was straight glass, and that's what I wanted. But unfortunately, that was out of stock, and I couldn't find it anywhere. I then found this case on Amazon, and all the reviews looked really good. All the PCs that were shown in the reviews, they looked great as well. So I decided to go for this case. It actually comes with 4 pre-installed fans, and the best part is these 3 fans here. Normally you'd buy a case and it'd have fans installed at the bottom, but they'd be the wrong way around. But these are actually intake, and the best part is they're reverse fans already. So we only need to use our thermal right fans at the back here, because we'll just keep the rest of these. But for $69.99, it's a pretty good looking case. It has everything I need, so this is the case we went for. Alright guys, next on to the motherboard. We went for the MSI B650M Gaming Plus Wi-Fi. So I picked this up for £140 brand new. I would say it's one of the better budget boards, budget micro ATX B650 boards. It looks pretty nice. It has 4 RAM slots. It has 2 M.2 slots as well. And overall it's a very solid board for the price. Now this will also support 9000 series CPUs, which is half the reason we've got this, because we want a board that's going to support 9000 when they're more readily available in the UK. Now for the RAM, we've gone for some TeamGroup T-Force Delta RGB RAM. This is obviously DDR5, and it is clocked at 6000 MHz CL30, so it's pretty much that sweet spot for Ryzen, and even 9000 series won't need anything higher than this speed. So the video that I posted yesterday showed my breakdown of parts I got from AliExpress, and these were included in that list as well. So I paid £92.70 for 32GB of DDR5 RAM, which is actually a really good price. Now moving on to the CPU we went with. This is the Ryzen 5 7500F. This once again is one of them AliExpress exclusives. They're not really readily available in the UK, and you mainly just see them in pre-built PCs. But we only paid £95.44 for this processor, 6 cores, 12 threads, and I believe it boosts up to 5.1 GHz. Now with PBO and a bit of tuning, you can get this to clock a little bit higher. So this is pretty much just a slightly cut down version of the 7600 without integrated graphics. But it is a solid chip, and it's pretty much the gateway into AM5 platform. Now, I won't be actually installing the SSD now because it's actually already in the motherboard and there's no point redoing it. Now, we went with the Crucial P3 Plus 1TB drive, so it's a Gen 4 drive, and it's capable of up to 5000 megabytes a second speed. So it's a very solid drive, and these go for around £60 on Amazon at the moment, but we once again got this off AliExpress for £41, which is an insane deal. Now for our graphics card, we've actually been using this one a while as well. This is the RTX 4070, just standard. I bought this in May of this year, and it cost me around £549. It still sells for the exact same price, so it's not like I paid way too much for it, because that price is still the same. It's a pretty solid card, capable of 1440p gaming, but we only play at 1080p anyway, so until 5000 series come out, we definitely won't be upgrading it. But for the time being, this is the card we're going to be using. Now for our water cooling, we're also using an NZXT Kraken 280mm. So this isn't the elite version. I kind of wish I did get the elite version, just because The customizability on this little screen is much better, but at the moment I don't even have anything on the screen or even have the NZXT Cam software installed. We paid £135 for this cooler. Now if you're really just looking to get a good cooler that's the best price to performance, I would just recommend going for the Arctic Freezer, as you can get that for under £100. This is a solid cooler and honestly it looks really nice as well. So overall, this PC cost around £1,200. Now you could definitely get a better price to performance graphics card, but I just prefer Nvidia anyway, especially because I main Fortnite, and honestly, in games like Fortnite, for me, from my experience, Nvidia does perform better. But yeah, that's kind of the breakdown of all the parts, and it costs £1,216 for the build. Now without further ado, let's get on with the build, and I will just talk about why we've gone with AM5 and our future plans whilst we're building the PC. Alright guys, so we're going to start putting the PC together now, but before we do that I just want to explain the reason why I went for this processor and kind of my future plans anyway. So pretty much I've been using a 5800X 3D for a couple months since May this year, and basically the 5800X 3D has been discontinued now, so AMD are no longer making it. What this means is that the 5800X 3D sells for a lot more brand new and second hand. So I paid £289 in May for that CPU, and the other day I thought, well, I might as well sell it whilst it's worth the most. So pretty much I sold the 5800X 3D the other day on eBay, and within an hour it sold for £300. So pretty much I made £10 profit from using the processor for months. And I know obviously it's not a lot of profit, but we wasn't really planning on making a bunch of profit anyway. So let's pop the CPU in while we're talking. But yeah, so pretty much we had the 5800X 3D and we sold it, and we basically lost no money for using it. Now like I said, with the 9800X 3D coming out, well, it's out now. In the UK it's not really available, it's just on pre-order. I'm sure there's a few people that managed to snag it quick enough, but pretty much everywhere I've looked says pre-order now. But basically I want to get the 9800X 3D anyway, but I don't really fancy being put on a pre-order list and waiting for, waiting ages for it to come in. So what I'm basically going to do is just go on the AM5 platform now using the 7500F, and pretty much just keep using this until the 9800X 3D is widely available in the UK. So preferably maybe after Christmas I'll switch to the 9800X 3D. This is why I went with this board, because I know it's a solid board as well. So that's kind of the plan with all this, and obviously it being a micro ATX board, my old case was too big for it, so that's why we've kind of gone with a different case. Now as I said, the Crucial P3 Plus is already installed in there because I've been using the system for a few days now. But this is pretty much the motherboard done, because obviously we've got the AIO cooler anyway, so we'll be putting that on a little bit later. But anyway, enough talking, I will just roll some footage of us building this PC now.